Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard, Cisneros at your service. Today I will be reading the December 7th Facebook post and I will be making a few comments on it, and I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. If the video is helpful, please be so kind as to comment on it, share it, give it a thumbs up. It helps with the listening process. Thank you very much for that. Here we go. Valuing free will over our past programming. Every time your past challenges your peace of mind, practice returning to the present moment by saying, quote, "The past cannot hurt me unless I choose to focus on it. The present moment has been gifted to me to do as I will. Through free will, I now choose to support forgiving thoughts that support my peace of mind." End quote. The ego will insist that this is hard to do, but aren't the judgmental thoughts and lifestyle that you are lugging within you not 100 times heavier a burden to carry? Today, if your past programming insists that a sister should be judged, remind yourself, quote, "Today I am using free will to consciously choose forgiveness over judgment and thus peace of mind over pain." End quote. This may not be resolved by stopping your judgmental thinking 5 or 6 times. It may take 50 or 60 times, or it may even take 500 or 600 times. But every time you'll be taking another step towards offering yourself, your sister, and this planet the example that peace-filled thoughts can be chosen over judgmental, pain-riddled thoughts. Today, recall that forgiveness can heal the unhealed, and that God has indeed given us the greatest gift of all, free will. Let us discuss today the ego's past programming versus free will. In the past, the ego has programmed us to judge ourselves and our brothers and sisters. And we have taken this past programming and have brought it into the present. What is occurring is that we're not really experiencing the present moment. We're simply covering over the present moment with our past programming, with the ego's judgmental past programming. And so we're not really understanding what is going on, because we're simply seeing the past where the present moment should be. And the ego uses this judgmental thinking because judgment is the ego's main fuel source. Because if we are worthy of being judged, or our brothers are worthy of being judged, then they're not perfect, then they're not loved, then you're not loved. And so if you're not loved, then you're not one with your Creator, which is love itself. And so if you're not one with God, then you must be one with the ego. And that way the ego has you chained to its thought system, to its past programming. But there is another way. And this other way is free will. Free will simply helps you remind you who you truly are. Free will helps you align with your true nature, the love that you are. That you are God's creation, and that God is love and love is all, and therefore the only real part of you is this love. And there's many extensions and expressions of this love, such as kindness, compassion, peace, joy. All these are the truth within you. And so every time you use free will, you align with that memory that you are one with God. And because we are all one, because your brothers and sisters and you are one, so too are they. And so they are perfect love, and you are perfect love. And that is the truth within you. Yes, we might have some other programming that we've learned in the past. But little by little, the more we practice aligning with our true nature, with the love that we are, the more we use free will to align with this truth, the ego's past programming then begins to dissolve. And so today, let us not judge ourselves when we're judging ourselves or our brothers and sisters, because that's what the ego would have us do. It would have us tell us that we're not spiritual enough, or good enough, or wise enough, because we're judging other people or we're judging ourselves. Let us not do that. Let us simply catch ourselves and use free will to remember that we are not judgment. We are not any of the ego's tools. We're not judgment. We're not resentment. We're not jealousy. We're not hatred. We're not revenge. We're not anxiety. We're not stress. All those are the ego's tools. All those are tools that the ego uses to judge yourself or others as not worthy of being one with God. But today we use free will. We use it when we start to judge ourselves. We're going to use that ego's programming as a trigger. Every time we use the ego's programming today, we're going to use it as a trigger to remind us that this is not us, that this is simply the ego's past programming, that we are love, and that our brothers and sisters are love, and that our journey is sacred, and so there's no need to judge our journey. And our brothers and sisters' journey is sacred, and so there's no need to judge their journey either. And so if there's no need to judge yourself or others, then there's no need for judgment. And so the more you practice free will, the more you practice remember that in truth you are one with God, that you are love itself on this planet, that you're the physical manifestation of God's loving thought here on earth. And because you're one with your brothers and sisters, so too are they. And this is all you truly are, this love. And you're using each moment to remember this. You're using each moment to reach a higher level of consciousness, and so too are your brothers and sisters. And so today we do not judge ourselves, even when we're judging ourselves or others. We simply catch ourselves and say, okay, I'm using the ego's past programming right now because I'm lacking peace, because I'm lacking joy, because I'm not using forgiveness. Then I must be using the ego's past programming. I've already used that past programming many, many times before. It's a dead-end road. I've hit my head against the wall 100 times before. I no longer need the ego's tools. So today I am using free will to align with my source, to remember that I am love, to remember that I am one with my brothers and sisters, to remember that they are love, that their journey is sacred and my journey is sacred. And so now I thank my brothers and sisters for bringing these past situations, these past thinking into the present moment. Because the more I get to practice releasing this past programming, the ego's past programming, the more I get to practice releasing that, the weaker it becomes, and the chains begin to dissolve. They become weaker and weaker the more you practice free will, the more you practice remembering who in truth you are, and who your brothers and sisters truly are. The more you align with your source, with the love that you are, the more these chains to the past begin to dissolve, until you remember that you no longer need them. That they were useful for a time, but you no longer need them. And that every time they now come into the present to try and disturb you from remembering who you truly are, you no longer need to judge them. You thank them, because they're triggering in you the memory that you are indeed love, that you're not the judgmental thinking, that you're not your past programming, that you're simply love, and your brothers and sisters are this love. And so we offer gratitude to our brothers and sisters who help us, or who are helping us practice free will, practice remembering your true nature, practice remembering that you're one with God, practice remembering that your journey is sacred, and so there's no need for judgment. Practice remembering that your brothers and sisters' journey is sacred, and so there's no need to judge their journeys. And so let us do that today. Let go of your past programming. And remember that you have free will. And that we all have free will. And that we all are God's creation. That we all love this love. And that the more we practice this, the greater and greater our light shines. And when our light shines brighter and brighter, others who are lost or chained to the ego's past programming will begin to see in us the possibility in them. And so when they see in us and they say, wait a second, how can this individual have peace in this area where I've been taught that peace is not possible? But see, you'll be aligning with your source, and so peace will result. And so your brothers and sisters who have been programmed to see that this situation is not, it's not possible to experience peace in this situation, but you have peace. And so they will see that, whoa, maybe I can also have peace. And deep down inside them, they know that they are peace. Because deep down inside them, no matter how asleep they are, no matter how many chains chained them to the ego's world, they know that they are God's creation, that they know they are love, that they know that they are worthy of peace. And so when your example shines bright, they will see that. And you will help them little by little dissolve their own chains. And so that will be the gift of your whole journey. There's no more need to judge your past, because your past simply brought you here to this moment where you're now aligned with Source. And so there's no more need to judge yourself, others, your past. It's all perfect. It's all God's gift. It's all helping us reach a higher level of self-awareness. It's all helping us remember that we are one with God. We all are one with God. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you'd be so kind as to give it a thumbs up, comment, or share this video, it would help with the listing process. If you'd like to leave me a question, I would be delighted to try and offer a response. And if you can please subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you in this community. Again, thank you so much for your time. I love you very much, and God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow.